go. Looks like David. Did you short that, David? All right. So good morning, YouTubers. Good morning, Bullish Bears members on our Zoom live stream. I am Bullish Bears Dan. Refer to myself as Bullish Bears Dan. And we are taking a look at the pre-market movers. Right now, I'm seeing Able being talked about in the chat. I'm just going to go through a couple different stocks. Good morning, Ken. Going to go through a couple different stocks and try to look at some good setups. Look at the daily setup, see what the daily chart's showing us in terms of room to run. You guys can see I got Able up here. We got about 350 is the 9 EMA. We're well above that right now. Let's see, the 20s at 373. 200 is up around $4. So let's see. We're kind of like, where are we right now? We're right around that 200 SMA. So we want to watch that $4 level on Able to get back above it. You guys see I have these fib levels right here on ABIL. We'll be watching ABIL to get above these two levels and maybe start to bull. We have this 566 level. Right now what you guys are seeing are right angle resistance and a possible falling wedge. A lot of times these things will be a great buy off the bottom if you can get the right amount of or the good candlestick setup by the bottom of a wedge for a possible squeeze out the top and test that 200 daily SMA and then this fib level, and then of course you've got some room to run. You always have to watch out for high a day or slightly, even just slightly below. You see a lot of these stocks that break out of falling wedges. They'll retest the top of the wedge, then break out of these two levels, and then for whatever reason they don't want to get, you know, about 10 cents or so, anywhere in between, you know, 10 to 15 cents will start to like slow down momentum as it gets, you know, and it makes a lower high intraday, and then it kind of like, you know, pulls back. Got a request from the chat room to look at AMD, so of course it wouldn't be a Bullish Bears live stream if we didn't cover AMD, and then we'll cover NEPT as well. These are my minor fibs on AMD. So you guys remember last week I switched to minor fibs. I also have some major fibs up, but now we have these like minor fibs here, and that $32 level is that 50% retracement of the minor. So that's something that you guys really need to watch out for today for price oscillation around this $32 level. We fought really hard to get above it on Friday. We got above it, hit that 33 level, pull back, consolidate. And, you know, if you look at the daily chart of AMD, we had a green day. We had that outside day, another inside day. But we didn't overtake that daily high. And the weekly, if you guys look at TrendSpider on the weekly, go take a look at the TrendSpider chart. Look just at the weekly and turn on your trend lines. Make sure you can see that line that I'm thinking of. It's a very, very steep angular resistance that we hit on the weekly on TrendSpider for AMD. So we might be seeing a pullback coming near term, but you know, don't try to call the top with AMD because people keep trying to do it and they keep getting squeezed pretty hard. So let's look at a couple other stocks with lots of volume. SNMX has gapped up and is trading sideways right now. If you guys look at the daily chart, let's see, the 50's at 111, 200 is at right around 120. And you can see we're above all those moving averages, so there's definitely room to potentially run on this. Not sure what's going on. I didn't look into the news too much on this yet, but just notice the high relative volume. Let's see, we got MYND. I'm just looking over my shoulder at my scanner. So here's one that retraced to 50% around 270. So kind of what you're seeing is a possible ascending triangle setup here. You have the potential to build one at a high a day you have to find the pivot point. Like right now, you see these, sometimes you see them very narrowly, right? So it establishes a range, and then it'll trade inside this triangle, but you have to watch that 270 level, and then, of course, the high of day. And then you've got, potential pattern to trade for a test of this $3 level. I've got 304 marked on my fib, but, you want to watch that whole dollar level for $3. Watch the 5-minute chart. You can see this has started to pull back on the 5, so that you might get some buyers come in for a test of the top of this triangle on MYND. And let's see. Let's just kind of go through the list. BLDP. This is one with some pre-market volume. This is actually one off of our watch list on we sent out over the weekend. So we've got that 425 level. That is the, again, 50% retracement. You'll probably hear me say that more than anything when I talk about fibs is 50% retracement targets, because I am a Gannist, WD Gann, Gann. If you guys should look into him, he's a very interesting commodities trader from the past who turned me on to this 50% retracement level and Gann retracements. So we're looking for potential test to the top of this channel on BLDP, depending if volume comes in. But of course, we're going to watch 425 for pullback, and we'll see how price reacts, because price always reacts at the 50% retracement level when you find it. So that's BLDP. Oh, I skipped over NEPT. Lone Wolf wanted me to talk about NEPT, and I really like Lone Wolf, so I'm sorry I did that. But NEPT has volume this morning, and NEPT has a beautiful flag, just absolutely beautiful. There's also potentially an ascending pattern forming that hasn't been completed yet. So we would like to see multiple bull patterns on multiple. It's nice when you can find a bull pattern within a bull pattern, right? So if you can see a flag and you can see an ascending triangle, that's pretty nice to find. You see this consolidation waves, perfect for a potential breakout. The daily on NEPT. Oh, thank you, Big Bear. That's what it looked like. I didn't want to assume that, but it definitely looks like that was one of those acquirements, and this is the share price. So let's just trade sideways here until something else comes out. So NEPT, let's see, we're well above that. What are we at right now? 497. So we're gonna have to go out to the weekly. So we're above that weekly high of 475, and this is where we're gonna draw. Sorry if I'm going too quick for you guys, but I do have some videos on how I draw fibs and do my charts that are very slow and methodical. So let's see, what's this 20? This goes back to 2012. Really looks like $5. There's a lot of resistance in the $5 range on the weekly chart. So if we take a look, I mean, I have 513 marked out. We have kind of this fib. Interesting how price is reacting around, and just give yourself the $0.50 at this point. Just mark this down to, 450. I'm not going to edit it now for the YouTube stream, but if you guys want to see how I do my fibs, I do a full video for members only. Once you guys join, you guys can watch that. It's in the day trading section on Fibonacci, but it can be used for swing trading as well too. I got a lot of our swing traders are using fib now. So let's look out at NBEV. Let's take this one real quick, and then I'm going to end the YouTube stream, and then I'll launch the private. So you can see this 5-minute pullback on NBEV is pretty nice right here, right? Pull back to the 9 EMA. We like good 5-minute setups for pre-market trading, or really just any trading at all. I said pre-market, but 5-minute setups are key, guys. You want a good pullback on that. You want to manage the best entry. Again, we have lots of ascending triangles. Good morning, Arena. There's a ton of action this morning, ton of volume. People are awake. It's active. We've got an up channel on NBEV, and we have an ascending triangle. Hopefully we see some bull patterns follow through and not break down. So we've been disappointed a lot this summer with a lot of a lot of bull patterns breaking down and not following through. So we've got the patterns. Hopefully we see the follow through and we can trade these setups appropriately. We've got our fib levels. We're good to go this morning. We've got our watch list. We got Tiva up here. Tiva's got resistance around 26.22. Lots of good setups this morning. It's kind of like take your pick, right? So I've covered a bunch of different things. I know what I'm going to be watching. I've got some trend spider alerts set up, got some think or swim alerts. We're going to make it happen this morning. Whether it's long or short, we'll see something good that we like and we'll take it. And, don't get caught up watching like 6 or 7 charts. If you like, I might be watching 6. So I could sound like a hypocrite right now. But I'm happy multitasking. I'm able to do that. I'm able to put in, that's kind of like my MO. I'm a multitasker. I balance a lot of different things in life. I can do it in trading. But if I like a couple different setups, I'm really going to be watching 1 or 2 main setups, but I'll have one eye on, my 6 chart setup screen up here to my, just above my main screen. And so if my, 1 or 2 setups I'm watching don't pan out, I can maybe pull up another one kind of quickly, get the order book ready, and then make a trade. So wishing you guys all well this morning on YouTube. Going to end the YouTube stream now. If you guys want to join us, head over to bullishbears.com, subscribe. 2-week trial on the monthly. Yearly is the best deal. It's $300 for the year. It's incredible. You guys are going to learn a lot and, get a lot of value from what we do each day. So ending the YouTube stream now. Zoomers, I'm going to continue for you guys. And thank you for joining on YouTube, guys.